blimey. Need to moisturize, friend. Funky music! Can we make the funky music slightly less funky, please? Because this is a bit loud. Volume, yes. That's a bit better, I think. That's a bit better, I think. Head bob, yes. I will bob my head to the funky tunes. Yes, indeed. Right, never mind any of that rubbish. Oh, good. Oh, blimey. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a game called Earworm, which I'm guessing is the name of this device here, which immediately goes inside people's lugs. This, apparently, is a game in which you are a hacker. But instead of hacking into computers, you hack into people's brains in order to relive their memories and find out private information about them so that you can blag your way through security questions, access their bank accounts, and steal their money. Yes, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, and for that reason I definitely wanted to play it, and people said it was good, so why not? So, yeah. You'll be hunting for people's mothers' maiden names, and the names of the streets that they grew up on, presumably. Oh my goodness, this is a very curious form of lighting. Would you shush? You took your time picking it up, you're frightfully impatient. The Ritz. Or is that what we're going for dinner? Oh, room 13013. Brilliant, you will have an hour. If there's... Why do I get the funny feeling I'm being set up for a different kind of hotel room encounter, which is sort of, you know, you pay for I was going to say you pay for a slot. No, that's the wrong way to word it. I mean, it's not inaccurate, but it's, you know, it's never mind any of that. Let's move on with our lives. Should we watch some television on my goodness, please don't sit on that to stare at the television. I'm sure you'll burn your eyes out. Right, never mind any of that. I seem to have some nice fish, so that's lovely. Okay, let's oh, I have a friend. Hello, friend. I sort of got the impression I was a lonely person that lived all by myself. Right, never you mind, friend. I'm going to the Ritz for my hour-long slot, so don't you worry about that. I'm going to go for a walk. Okay. This is a very curious visual style. I've never seen anything quite like this before. Obviously, it's got a certain VHS aesthetic to it, with the sort of fuzziness and the sort of blurred lines, as it were. Hello. Oh, here we are. Marvelous. Who's been drawing on the walls? Oh my goodness. This clearly isn't the Ritz. If there's just graffiti everywhere. Let's just get to where we're going. Oh my goodness! And now apparently it's Tron, and we're going to get on a motorbike. Yes, indeed, I am going to get on a motorbike. It seems to have a massive tumour on it. I'm just going to mount. Okay, this is a bit weird. Am I? Oh, I'm not going to ride the motorcycle. Oh, that's a shame. That bit of the game has been stolen away from me. Never mind. My goodness. There's high rise, and then there's oh my goodness, all the way up there, right? This really is a very striking art style. I think that's the way to describe it. Speaking of striking, I'm going to get my bottom struck the moment I step into this thing, but I will do my best. Oh no, it's alright. I can just stand here and repeatedly get my bottom smacked. Tremendous. I am digging myself into a hole, isn't it? I need to put down the shovel. Hello, sir. Are you quite all right? You don't look frightfully well. Are you just struggling with life, given that you have to work on this this desk made out of Pink Panther wafer biscuits, and that you have no friends to keep you company in the office? All right, never mind him and his ghoulilicious face. I need to find room 13013, don't I? Is this a mirror? No, I think it's just a dodgy panel. Alright. Presumably, if this place has 13,000 rooms, or more in fact, it must have quite a few levels. So, let's see, what do we find? It seems to have little peepholes there, not for peeping in that direction. Alright, who is this friendly friend here? Hello, friendly friend. He's out cold. It'll last for another half hour. Ah, right. Now I see what's going on. So there's somebody in this room who it seems to be me. That's brilliant. That's tremendous. I'm so pleased that I am. What is that? Oh, it's some words. Right. Okay. Press E to set up laptop. I see. So we find some rich person who has a bank account worth pilfering from. So definitely not me then, unfortunately. And we knock them out, and then we steal their brains. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this laptop. It looks like it came from about 1985. Press E to set up the earworm. Oh my goodness. Ugh! That's horrible. I don't like that. That's not nice. That's not friendly. Right, never mind. What comes next? I don't think I want to know. A and D to search brain. What on earth are you talking about? Okay, so I'm performing some sort of scan of his brain. Okay, I'm sort of looking at sort of different layers of it, it seems, and then I find a layer that has a memory in it, and then I can press spacebar to access the memory. Right, spacebar to exit memory as well. Okay, marvelous. Right, I've invaded another man's brain. That's got to be a new one. Okay, I seem to have a memory of the world's bleakest office, although it does have a nice cake, so that's nice. Can I eat the cake? Seemingly not, no. Alright, what information am I trying to learn? So, this is a calendar for 1997, and that's a 29th birthday cake. So am I trying to figure out what year he was born, perhaps? What is that number? Why is this getting progressively worse? Okay, what would 1997 minus 23 be? Okay, maybe I needed to leave that a little bit sooner. He seems to be having a seizure. That's good. Have I ruined everything? Quite possibly. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, he's calming down. Good. Let me get my my paper and pen at the ready here, and see if I can't do a little bit of mathematics, and see if I can figure out when he was born. So apparently he was born in 1968, I think, judging by my slightly squiffy mathematics. So perhaps I need to find out other information about him as well. That's a scary face. Okay, let's go into this memory, which seems to be of some crouching person. So presumably I only have a limited amount of time. May. Right, okay, is that the name of, like, the child, perhaps? I see. So I need to go through people's memories in order to quite literally find information, very specific information, probably, that will come in handy, ideally, before the brain explodes. What happens if I leave early? Does he not have a seizure? No, he's still having a seizure. Tremendous. Okay. So, hang on, so I'm just going to try and keep track of this while I go. So I think the year of birth is 1968, and I think the child is called May, which isn't a frightfully subtle way of presenting the information, but I appreciate it not being subtle, because if it was subtle I wouldn't have got it. Okay, here's a memory of walking down the middle of the road and probably getting run over, so how about we walk on the pavement where we're supposed to be? Let's see, what else we can find. This one seems to be degrading incredibly quickly, which is bad, because I haven't found any useful information. Okay, if we give him a minute to calm down... That's better. Can we go back inside? Yes, we can. Okay, good. So we can go back into memories in order to review them further. So, what did I miss? There must be something here of interest. There's... West Street, does that say? Yes, that says West Street, doesn't it? Okay. I'm trying to think of, like, all the classic security questions they make you set up when you're opening something like a bank account. And I mean, date of birth is the sort of thing that they would need, probably not as a security question, but things like, you know, what was the name of the street you grew up on, or what was the name of your first child, what was the name of your first school or something. Those are typically the sorts of bits of information that it asks for. So let's see. Okay, we're here again. Now that I've got a slightly better idea of what I'm doing, let me just review this and make sure there's nothing else here of any interest or importance. Well, that says, look, that address there says West State Street. Could that be of importance? Perhaps. Curious. Alright, have I got everything I need then? Because that's the birthday, isn't it? And what else have we got? We've got, that's the child. And then we've got the streets. Can I sort of step away from this? Yes, I can. Okay. Can I try hacking into the bank account now? Do I have enough information? What is your daughter's nickname? Okay, let's try that. Hey. What is the name you screw up? Let's try West Street. Read. I think that's how it is. Your birth year, yes. Hang on. Let me grab a quick calculator and make sure that I haven't done the subtraction. No, the abstraction wrong. No, okay, I think it was correct. 1968. Hooray! I have stolen all his money. Yes, I wish to mysteriously transfer all of my money to somebody I've never met before. Brilliant. Brain damage heavy. Time rating C, efficiency D. That sounds bad. So I've massively damaged his head, and now I'm running away on a motorbike. Brilliant. Good hard day's work. No, dear. Don't even think. Don't even think about getting the phone. I'll sort that out. I'll just drag myself out of bed after my long, hard day at work to answer the frickin' phone while you sitting there watching the telly. Honestly. Answer the damn phone! Thank you. Delivery for sub club. What? Enter through the lanery? Be there in 2 hours. What are you talking about? I am so confused about what is going on. What under the sun is the sub club? That sounds like a loyalty program for Subway. Never mind any of that rubbish. Let me get out of here before my head starts hurting anymore. Right, never mind. I'll just go hunting leopards. You know when it said brain damage heavy, you don't think that meant my brain damage, do you? Do you think it was my brain that was getting damaged? Dear oh dear oh dear. I'm guessing this B is for basement, and that's probably like a basement car park, I'm guessing, which is where I conveniently park my motorcycle next to the am I going on the motorcycle or not? Yes, I am. Right. Just needed to commit to it fully. Oh, blimey. More funky tunes. Tremendous. Excellent. Okay, well, I think we found the club. Whether we found the sub or not, I don't know. Unless by sub it means subterranean. This is... Oh, I was going to say this is a very minimal club. No, the club is clearly going on up there. And in here are just people that are desperately trying to sleep. Oh, they're not desperately trying to sleep. They're trying to get their brains eaten. Right. I remember now. That still hurts on a very deep emotional level. Okay, let me set my... how do I set my laptop up? There we go. Okay. Ah, look, I can... What was the make of your first car? Okay, so maybe I can't access all the questions, but at least I know what I'm looking for in the first one. So let me get a clean piece of paper, because I was also scribbling bits down for the last game I was playing, so... that isn't a clean piece of paper. That's a clean piece of paper. Right. Let's see what we can do this time, and then hopefully, if I don't have to go back inside the memories more than once, I might not do quite so much damage. Okay, so make of car. So there seems to be somebody having a bit of a swim here. That's lovely. What do we have over here on this I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see it. Never mind. We might come back to that one. Let's have a look at this one instead. Oh, blimey. Okay, so I seem to be in the back of the car with my parents. What did you think you were doing, presumably? Look at you. Or is that my mother? Is she scolding me? Or is like my father on the left hand side? I'm trying to remember what side of the road you drive on. You're a worthless disgrace. You have wasted so much money. This is a lovely, lovely memory. Okay, yep, she's talking to me. Okay, that much is certain. I think I see the steering wheel on the left-hand side there, so presumably the father is there in the car. Okay, stop crying. Stop being so bloody rude to me. Then I'll spin my head like I'm in The Exorcist. You're not a child anymore. Am I not? I'm in the back of the car, which is normally where the children go. You're so ungrateful, and you're so rude. We have spoiled you. Well, then it's your fault then, isn't it, you daft cow? Honestly. What am I supposed to gain from this? I'll find you at Harlem Bridge. At the train station, Harlem Bridge. What's Harlem Bridge all about? I'm also not sure if I spelled that correctly. I'm not entirely sure you spell the word Harlem. Or the name, in fact, Harlem. Right, I'm glad this woman's more fascinated with the fish than anything else. Okay, there's one getting scolded in the car. What's this all about? Oh, blimey. Oh, cool. This isn't good, is it? Right. Maybe that's the type of car. R-O-A-D-I-A-K. A road yike. A road yike. There's too many vowels next to each other, by which I mean there's two. Which is bad. Okay, right. Never mind. Never mind any of that. Let's move swiftly on from there and see what else we can find. What do we have here? Oh, blimey! There's a person running away. Okay, is this the Harlem Bridge they were talking about? Can I follow? Potentially. It's up here. I do not know. The brain damage is getting quite severe, so I might have to restart this one actually. Hello, friend. Having a cigarette. That's lovely. Oh, why? Okay, this is a hell of a POV, but I didn't really need this. Okay. Okay. Is the question going to be like, where was your first kiss? And that would be Harlem Bridge? Is that the thing? Is it going to be like multiple memories are going to come together to tell me a single piece of information? Because there do seem to be quite a lot of memories here. Oh, good. Back to school, where all of the happiest memories come from. People only have joyous and positive memories of being chased by enormous freaking cats in here. This is freaking weird. And this is a move in basketball I'm not familiar with, despite having no knowledge or understanding of how basketball works in the slightest. Okay, I think I've seen enough of that. Okay. Let's go back to the swimming pool one, because I wasn't quite sure what all this was about. Okay, so there's a character in the water. Can I get in the water? Yes, I can. Okay. I can see somebody having a little swim, but other than that, I'm not learning very much at all. Okay, let me step away from this. Let me see if I can put in the name of the car, because the name of the make of a car is typically on the written on the back. Where was your first kiss? Okay, sorry. I'm going to quickly look up the spelling of Harlem to make sure that I'm spelling it correctly, because I don't want that to be what screws me over. So, yeah, here we are. At least running with the spelling of the area in New York, which is the only Harlem I know of now that I think about it. Let's put in Harlem Bridge. I'm definitely spelling that correctly. What was the mascot of your school sports team? It's some big pouncing creature. Beyond that, I'm not really sure. So let me go back to the school one, which was this one, and see if I can get a better look at what that animal is. It didn't reappear. Okay, that's a problem. That's a wee bit of a problem, isn't it? Because this is not a mascot unless Floating Dead Person is a surprisingly popular mascot all of a sudden. Which I somehow doubt that it is. Right, okay, that didn't go well at all. Alright. There must be a way I can make that animal appear again. Please tell me that's not just a one-off thing, otherwise, that was a one-off thing, wasn't it? Because the thing is I doubt it's going to be it seemed like a cat, it seemed sort of feline, but then it's definitely not like a logo or anything on you, is there? No, and I can't see anything else. Okay, let me quickly go. I want to go back to the swimming pool one again, because I feel like there's a poster at the other end of there that I wanted to see and I couldn't see, so let me try this again. Let me try running as quickly as I can and see if I can see what's on this poster. Which I don't think is anything of use anyway. I think it's just like a landscape or something. Okay, let me just come away from here for a second. There's no information here in the room that could help me, is there? Not like you know, an old sports jersey or something, which would have perhaps a logo and a mascot on. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Must be nice for them. Who? The fish. To have no memory. I think that's a bit of a myth, but we shan't worry about that. No, I'm not seeing anything. Because my is that a fish on the table there? Do you see that? That sort of little golden blob just above the magazine there. I was curious. How the hell would you get any frickin' sleep in a place like this? Because I don't just want to say cat, because, you know, like the Dakota Cats or something isn't quite as exciting as, I don't know, like the Harlem Tigers. You know, sports teams are typically, if they have an animal mascot, it's typically quite a large, scary animal. But then I don't know exactly what kind of creature that was. Was it a lion? Was it a tiger? Was it a puma? Was it a cheetah? Was it a leopard? You know, there's a lot of different types of big cats out there, and I don't want to get the question wrong in case I bugger it up. So I really should have taken a better look at this the first time it appeared, but it won't come back. For some strange reason, the animal won't dart in front of the screen again, and I can't get another good look at it. Which is a bit of a problem. Unless it is appearing. Do you think maybe it is appearing and I'm just not sort of running down the corridor quickly enough in order to see it? Let me run down the corridor as quick as I can. No, it definitely is not appearing again. Okay, well that's really bad. And the amount of times I'm coming into this guy's memory and running the timeout is undoubtedly going to damage his head quite severely. Do I just put in cat and hope? I want to have one more quick look around the basketball court, just in case. Just in case there's no like imagery anywhere, is there? Of anything useful? There's some sort of bleachers here. It's like, oh, aha! Look at that. That looked a bit like a cat, didn't it? Okay, I'm slightly more confident with cat now. Let's try cat and see what works. Nope, it wasn't a cat. Okay. Well, that at least tells me I can get the question wrong and I don't immediately get arrested for espionage. So that's marvelous. So is this not a cat then? Oh, there's words there. What does that say? I can't see. It's so distorted. I have to get close, otherwise it's distorted. Okay, I need to see that as soon as possible, because the longer I stay, the more the mind degrades, and then the more restricted my vision becomes. So I need to be able to see that clearly. I think it says something devils. Blue devils? Blue devils, is that it? Okay, right. Okay, let's try... But would it be devil? Would it be demon? Let's try a devil. Hooray! We did it! We're only burned out about 3 million synapses, but other than that, everything went brilliantly. I'm sure it was worth it for the £6 this man probably has in his account, because if he was rich, he wouldn't be living under... He wouldn't be living under a noisy old club. Brain damage obscene. I like these categories. They're cute. Oh my goodness. Here we go again. Right. Clearly somebody needs to invent an email by this point. East 13th. Rooftop car park. Actually, we're not even bothering with pleasantries. We will wait. I'm just going to pick up some drugs or something. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's off to work I go. I'll shut the door so there isn't a draft. What the hell was that? I don't know. I think I'm the one who's incurring brain damage rather than my clients. To use kind terminology. My goodness. This set of visual effects is slowly hurting my eyes. But I hear the game's only about 30 to 40 minutes long, so assuming that it doesn't take me twice as long to get through all the puzzles as everybody else, then hopefully we'll be alright. Oh my goodness. He's in the boot. You've got a big gun, and you like sitting on things. Right! This is a very interesting little business arrangement we have here. Okay, what is your favourite animal? Okay, so that's the first bit of information that I'm looking for. Again, another well-waistcoated gentleman. In fact, he seems to look a lot like the first gentleman, as a matter of fact. Presumably he's re-earned all of his money by not spending it on avocado toast and getting up at 3:30 in the morning, and has made all his money back, and now we can steal it. Again. Tremendous. Right. Let's see what we can find. Oh, blimey, this looks really brightly coloured. So one of the things we're looking for is a favourite animal. Okay, there's a dog named Max. That's interesting. Common words. Okay, so it's English for hello, goodbye, and exit. Possible resources. What does that say? That looks like it's written back to front. It's like it says... Yeah, because that Y at the end is back to front, isn't it? Okay, there's a lot of random information now. I'm not really sure what any of it means. I'm going to get out before I do too much damage. So, there's definitely a dog called Max. And he potentially has an interest in languages. Because he had those papers up on his desk, didn't he? Of sorry, I went the wrong way then. I had to scroll through them again. He's also been to prison, it seems. Okay, I can't go through here. Oh blimey! Oh blimey! Can I enter a code here somehow? Yes, I can. Okay. So somewhere in another memory, presumably, I need to find a code so that I can input that into that memory and then use that to find other information. Right, I like how this all sort of feeds in together. That's kind of cute. What do we have here? There's a desert elephant there. That could be a favourite animal, I suppose. There doesn't seem to be anything here that I can interact with. I can't crouch, can I? No, I can't. What is that? RAM or... Yes, I think it says RAM. In fact, actually, is that a PC Gamer logo at the top there? I'm not really sure. And there's nothing I can see outside. Okay, best guess might be that the animal might be elephant. I was going to say let's carry on looking through the memories. No, I want to try putting elephant in here. The trouble is, I don't know what it is with me playing games today that demonstrate my complete lack of ability to spell, but I am oh bloody touch screens, for crying out loud. I just want to click on the search bar, not the 17 buttons around it, for crying out loud. I just want to check how you spell the word elephant, right, which isn't exactly how I thought you spelled it, so I'm glad I looked that up. Okay, let's try putting in elephant and see what happens. Okay, hooray! What's the name of the pet? Max. I think we've learned that. What? That was his name. else, or was I just dog sitting with somebody else? I don't know. How very strange. Alright, we've got through the first question anyway, and we're looking for the name of the pet. Okay, we're on a plane. And I have no idea what we're doing here. Right, okay. That's interesting. UD again. Am I mad for thinking that one of the words on the, if that's exit and then presumably the same word written in a second language, there's no other information there, is there? None that I can see anyway. Oh, stop boogieing, man. We're not in the club anymore. Am I mad for thinking that one of the 3 words on the piece of paper that was on the fridge was exit? Was it hello, goodbye, and exit? Because I remember thinking to myself in the back of my brain, exit seems an odd word to choose because it doesn't seem all that common. Was I right or was I wrong? I was right. It's Danish. Okay, it's Danish. So he was on a plane, presumably to Denmark or from Denmark. Okay, was the dog called Max? Yes, the dog is definitely called Max, so why is that not the right name? I'm confused. As I say, business trader's handbook. Why would a business trader need to know need to know hello, goodbye, and exit? I mean, I get hello and goodbye, those are, you know, quite universal, but exit seems a little bit too specific. Okay, never mind any of that. I haven't found the code either, that 4-digit code I was looking for. Very curious. I think that's I think the code goes in the red one, doesn't it? Let's go back to whatever this one was. Oh yeah, the plane. I'd forgotten about this. What could this be? Other than trying to tell me that there's something Danish. Yeah. Okay, I travelled quite far back actually, and a bit off to the sides as well. It doesn't actually seem to lead me anywhere. Curious. I am very confused why the name of the pet isn't Max. What's the name of your pet? Max? No. Why? Why is that not correct? Why is that not accurate? Also, it's nice to actually see a logo printed upside down. No, it's nice to see like an actual car in one of these games rather than them just being these sort of bizarre, mal-shaped. I like that everybody's well waistcoated in this game. I approve thoroughly. Yes, rather than just being sort of no mark things, presumably trying to get away from any kind of copyright infringement or use of product. Okay, let's quickly go back to this one in case there was anything I missed here. What the hell would the code be? There must be a code for getting through this, but then I'm not seeing. No, I am. Look, some of the buttons are more worn than others. There's the 3, the 5, the 7, and the 9. The 3, the 5, the 7, and the 9 have all had the paint worn away behind them. 3, 5, 9, 7. No. 3, 7, 9, 5. 3, 7, 5, 9. This could take quite some time, I assure you. This one does seem to be willing to let me stay here a lot longer, so maybe it does expect me to do this manually. Because I can't see any other way that you discern the pattern. I remember there was a puzzle like this in, I think, was it Arkham Knight, which had like, or maybe it was a different game, which had like a panel and it had blood on each of the buttons, and depending on the amount of blood, you had to tell the order of the buttons had been pressed, because like there was the most amount of blood at the start, and then there was like a little bit less each time because it was sort of wearing away. So that's curious. I don't know, because the name of the dog seemingly isn't Max, despite the fact that it obviously is. I'm getting a little confused as to what I should do next. So I think getting through that door is going to be my only option. So give me a few minutes. I'm going to write out all the possible combinations of those 4 numbers, and then see what I can achieve with that. So give me a few minutes. Ah. 7952. 7952. That's interesting. That's an interesting number to see. 7952, you say. 7952, you say. That's weird. So me sitting there doing all the permutations of 3, 5, 7, and 9 was complete rubbish because it doesn't use the 3, it uses the 2. The scratching away of the paint can't be that random, can it? Or is that just part of the model, and they've chosen not to use the 3 because that would make it too obvious, and then people would do it by trial and error instead of finding the information properly? I don't... I see why the answer to the question was Max now. Want that away from the screen before I open my eyes again. There we go. Right. I'd forgotten words can have more than one meaning, and I'd forgotten how terrifying some of those meanings are. Right. Let's move on from life. What was your first international flight? Oh, I know the answer to that. It was Danish. Or do we mean to Denmark? Is that what I'm trying to say? There we are. What do you see in your recurring nightmare? What I've just seen? What I see in your recurring... I have no idea. What on earth are you talking about? What? Which one am I forgetting? Which one's this? I don't remember which one's this. I don't remember seeing this one before. Okay, it's a man being eaten by a leopard. Yes. A snow leopard, seemingly. It's getting very, very, very big. Okay, well that certainly seems like something that could be a nightmare. So let me try snow. Here we go again with not being able to spell words. Right. Let me just check how you spell the word leopard. Leopard. Right, my goodness, English is so hard to spell. I've put in the L twice. I see a leopard. No, I don't. Do I just see a leopard? No. Do I see a tiger? Is it a white tiger? Yes. Right. It's not a snow leopard. It's a white tiger. Right. My goodness. I am not very good at this. You can see why I'm not a hacker. Brain damage extreme. Oh my goodness. Rating butcher. Oh my. What? At this point, we might as well just off them and sell their organs on the black market. We'd probably make as much money. For goodness sake, can I not retire yet? Room 12. Must be a small hotel then. Queen Casino. Ah, right, okay. Rear entrance. No comments. 1 hour. You might as well text me if you're going to be this inhuman with your communication. God, leave quiet here and then. Sorry, I've got the hiccups. I shouldn't have snacked between this recording and others. Right, sorry about me being so daft with the code. That took me longer to figure out than I should. I ended up just putting in every single every single permutation. None of them worked, and I was getting a bit confused. So I was searching around to see if there was another code somewhere, because doing it by trial and error did seem a bit of a weird way of looking at things. What the hell is this? Oh, this is one of those people having a seizure, isn't it? Yes. I think this is going to become my recurring nightmare. Oh my goodness, somebody's doing it to me now. More funky tunes. Tremendous. Oh, goodness. So they paid me a load of money to steal people's memories and brains, and then they decided to steal my brain in order to steal my money back. Cool. I like that. This music oddly reminds me of the theme tune to Doctor Who. I'm not quite sure why. Perhaps if Doctor Who was taken over by a lot of people with a lot of really noisy instruments who all relatively speed-inducing psychedelics, they might produce something a bit like this. Oh my goodness. It's a very interesting concept and I like it. It reminds me of another game I played a great many years ago, back in the very early days of the channel, which had a similar sort of aesthetic to it, but I can't remember much details of that, so, but it's nice, it's good, I like the little puzzle idea, sort of going into different memories and getting out different bits of information so that you can then progress in other areas. That's a curious idea. That reminds me a little bit of that unsorted VHS game we played a little ways back, so that was nice. It had its certain horror elements simply because of rummaging around in other people's heads is a terrifying thing. And the whole concept of just shoving this metal thing into somebody's brain is also slightly horrific. But, it's interesting. It's a strange game, but it's an interesting game. So yeah, that was good fun. I rather enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other and good night.